Welcome to this explainer. Okay, let's dive right in. Today, we're tearing down a massive misconception in infrastructure management. See, for way too long, network tracking is treated as an administrative burden, a chore shoved to the very end of the day. But we're going to look at the undeniable data showing exactly how vital accurate network tracking is for your bottom line. We'll see how documenting your network in a platform like Zonedge pays off immediately. It really isn't about keeping tidy files, it's about protecting your revenue and accelerating your operations.
$75,000. Just let that sink in for a second. This is the visceral pain of a single administrative failure. This isn't some theoretical projection or worst-case scenario. This is the very real cost of a completely avoidable blunder that hit one organization right in the bank account. So here's exactly what happened. A municipality is doing some routine roadwork, and they sever a fiber optic cable. And the kicker? It was their own cable. Literally no one knew the fiber ran right through that construction zone. Now, the plan existed somewhere, maybe shoved in a dusty file cabinet or buried on a dispatcher's old hard drive. But without a single accessible source of truth, disaster struck. That single cut cost $75,000 in emergency repair bills and 3 full days of dead service for 500 customers. It is pure administrative chaos, and it comes with a massive price tag.
Section 1. The high cost of chaos. Exposing the financial drain of administrative amnesia.
Well-maintained network management is a direct financial investment, plain and simple. Look at troubleshooting. By cutting that time down by 70%, a senior tech finds the problem in 1 hour instead of 4 blind hours. That saves $450 per single incident. Next up is zero duplication. Laying a redundant fiber cable costs between $5,000 and $15,000. Organizations without a central plan bleed this money multiple times a year, installing cables they do not even need. And finally, comprehensive tracking results in 50% fewer costly errors. You completely eliminate those panic-induced rollbacks and 2 a.m. emergency calls.
All of this requires a major mindset shift. I like to call it the rule of future you. It's a highly relatable workplace rule. You absolutely must record the specifics of your network today exactly as if you're explaining it to yourself in 6 months. Why? Because let's be real, in 6 months, you totally forget why you took that weird aerial detour or why you used a 48-count fiber instead of a 24.
We all see things like this out in the field, right? A cryptic note scribbled on a junction box that just says, "Do not touch. Ask Pierre." But here's the massive problem. Pierre left the company 6 months ago, and now he works for your biggest competitor. This highlights the absolute danger of organizational amnesia. When your operational knowledge walks out the door, your network integrity goes right with it. To show you the hard facts on this, look at the Huntsic audit fallout over in Montreal. An internal audit uncovered 3 major, entirely undocumented detours in an aerial network. The original crew was long gone. The only clue they had was a note referencing an employee who no longer worked there. The team wasted 2 full weeks reverse engineering those routes, only to discover that 2 of the 3 detours were complete mistakes. Mistakes that cost the company $4,000 in pure wasted technical time. That is money completely flushed down the drain just because someone didn't take 10 minutes to log their work.
Section 2. Why static documents fail. The timer counting down to obsolescence.
Think about static files for a second. A PDF, a printed map, an Excel sheet, these become a timer counting down to obsolescence the exact second you hit save, creating a really dangerous false sense of security. But dynamic platforms, and specifically Zonedge, are not a dusty archive. Zonedge is a living platform that integrates real-time field data. It functions as the absolute single source of truth for your entire operation.
Section 3. Zonedge, the living network, connecting the field to the office in real time.
Here is the exact workflow. Step 1. A technician is out in Callensville installing a new splice. Instead of scribbling on a damped notepad that inevitably gets lost under the van seat, they input the location and fiber types directly into Zonedge. Step 2. Boom. The dispatcher back at the office instantly sees the updated map and inventory. Step 3. When a new project request comes in 2 hours later, the office makes a rapid capacity decision immediately. Nobody wastes time calling the field to ask what's out there. That communication lag is entirely eliminated.
Picture a nightmare scenario. A fiber break at 7 a.m. Without Zonedge, you drag a technician out of bed, they spend 4 hours driving around knocking on doors, asking neighbors for plans, and the total repair takes a grueling 8 hours. With Zonedge, the dispatcher pinpoints the exact location immediately. The technician arrives in 45 minutes with a crystal clear picture of the terrain, the fiber depth, and nearby splices. The repair is done in 2 hours.
You save $900 in technical time and completely eliminate a day of infuriating downtime for your customers.
Section 4. Real return on investment. Accelerating projects and eliminating operational errors.
So the absolutely crucial point for any potential customer looking to upgrade their operations is the Zonedge advantage right here. First off, it eliminates the agonizing 3-day wait for provider callbacks. You no longer call Rogers or Bell asking if there is a free fiber on Rockland Road. You open Zonedge and see the answer instantly. Second, it accelerates feasibility studies from a sluggish week down to a single day. Moving that fast secures client contracts and builds massive market credibility. And finally, because every single job is logged in real time, you completely eliminate the chain reaction of errors, where one blind technician accidentally breaks another's splice.
This leaves you with the ultimate question, challenging your current operations. Is your documentation dynamic, and does it actually evolve along with your network? If the answer is no, you are operating at a severe financial and structural risk.
Because as this great quote reminds us, better a bad note than a pretty map that lies. Outdated information is actively worse than no information at all. Acting on an obsolete PDF gives you a false sense of security that leads directly to expensive, humiliating operational failures. You make bad decisions based on dead data, and you only find out when the repair bills arrive. So you have to ask yourself, will your network's legacy be a cabinet of dusty, expensive mistakes or a living blueprint for growth?
The solution isn't to demand more static spreadsheets. The solution is a living platform where the field and the office speak the exact same language, using the exact same map in real time. Thank you for joining me for this explainer. Start designing, operating, and innovating your fiber optic network today.